Hi, hello, and welcome to another energy check-in, this time for all my water signs. So Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We are looking into the month of May, looking into the energies that you might be facing, encountering, and how to best work with them. We made it through April. April's astrology was crazy. May's astrology is also lit, my friends, especially towards the end of the month. I did make a video about the astrology of May 2025, so definitely go check that out. I do a day-by-day breakdown of the different transits and what we might expect from them, both in an individual and collective sense. The end of the month, like I said, is one for the history books. It's one for the history books. We have Saturn moving into Aries and conjuncting, like lining up directly with Neptune, which has just moved into Aries. That is crazy to me. It's crazy. The fact that we chose to incarnate at this time is some crazy work. That's all I'm saying. All right, we're going to start with Cancer. See how my Cancerian babies are going to be doing. I love it when I pull cups cards for water signs. So apropos, okay, Cancer. Awakening. Cancer, one of you, it feels very strongly like you've been trying to have children or want children. There's something about kids coming up strongly. And the Page of Cups sometimes does show up when fertility is very, very strong, when there is a desire for new life or new love in your life. And this awakening feels like I do feel a stirring within my sacral. So all this to say, if you've been wanting children and you feel like you're prepared to have them, just get ready because May to June is really up to kind of like into the mid June is really when I'm feeling this window opening for you. If you would like to conceive, if you would like to bring new life into the world, if you're somebody who is on the fence about wanting kids and you have a lot of Cancer placements, be careful. Be careful because your actions will have major repercussions down the line this month. Should you not be careful? Should you not take appropriate caution? Okay. Those of you with Cancerian placements that are not interested in children or having a family, the Page of Cups is a stirring of curiosity around matters of both spirituality and the emotional space. This could be inner. I would say this often shows up as like inner child work. So, say there's been something you've been working on healing, overcoming. You feel I feel like for one of you, it feels like there's always been this block around this one particular thing. And I feel this living in my solar plexus. I feel it in my gut. So, it kind of feels like May might be the month that you get some answers about where that block or perceived block stems from. And I think what you're going to realize is just, sometimes we look back on the things that have happened to us and we downplay them, either because we haven't fully realized what happened to us, because the brain is wonderful at blocking a lot of stuff out and dissociating during difficult experiences. Speaking of which, my brain disassociated, forgot what I was saying. This is basically a card that shows you how one thing impacts another, impacts another, impacts another. So that one thing that you might think was just a small little, oh, well, that just happened. I was little and it wasn't a big deal. You might come to find out through doing some inner work. Medicine work also is kind of coming up pretty strongly with Cancer. That was not as small of a deal as I made it to be. I downplayed that. I gaslit myself as to the severity of what that was. And now, this awakening is intense. Like, this is not like a small, slow drip awakening for you, Cancer. This is kind of an everything all at once energy. But I do feel that the end result is relief and a flood of self-forgiveness if you can go there with yourself. So big transformational month for Cancer, potentially in a lot of different ways. New awareness, new understanding, and potentially new life for those of you that are wanting to be parents. So very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right, next is Scorpio. Let's see what we have for our Scorpio babies. World goes around, comes around. Oh, I'm feeling headachy. This feels like information fatigue, if I'm being honest, for Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, this is a very interesting reading, if I'm being honest, because there's a meeting point between you being completely burnt out with what you see going on in the world at large. This could also be something regarding your family. There's something about somebody who's smoking cigarettes. So I'm not sure if that's a postcard from anybody in spirit or if that's something you're connected to. Anywho, there's something about you being completely just done, checked out. Like, I just don't want to freaking even be here for this. And you recognizing that if you want to see change in the world and your family or whatever this is referring to, you actually have to do something about it and step up. And you will. I have to tell you that you're going to. It's going to happen naturally. You're not going to really have to strong arm yourself into this. It's really just kind of a matter of like, well, no one else is going to do it. I have to. If you have an Aries moon, this will be particularly easy for you to do. I think Cancer moon too, for some reason. It's just coming through the channel. There's a little bit of a risk for one of you that rather than taking this opportunity, especially with Saturn moving into Aries, to step up, to take initiative and change the things that you want to see changed, there is a risk, especially for those of you that enjoy substances, and no judgment. This is not like a shame-based judgment. This is just like, you do this, this will happen. This is like an objective observation that you're going to continue to dissociate and kind of create more of a fog for yourself to see through rather than clear it up by doing what needs to be done for yourself. So just be mindful. Be mindful. And just, mind blame. If again, if you feel like everything going on in the world, there's a little bit of just, Scorpio can get really cynical, like to a dangerous level. I think sometimes we're fixed water. That's ice. Okay, water likes to move. Water is mutable. I know, water does a lot of different things, but it's in a fixed position like that, it can be hard to get out of old mindsets. So Scorpio, don't just wait for somebody else to fix it. Okay, Pisces, last but not least. Let's see what we got here. Interesting. One of you might get sick this month. I have to tell you that right now. And I'm just telling you that right now so that you can take the proper precautions, especially if you're going to any big group event. Wash your hands, mask up, do what needs to be done. But there is something going around that you're going to be exposed to, that your kids are going to be exposed to. So just, that's why I'm kind of getting that from this. There's a little bit of like, I want to go outside, but I can't. I have to stay home. And it could just be because there's a little bit of a bug going around. It's not going to, wipe you out forever. It's not going to decimate you, but just be aware. Okay. Aside from that little note about there being a potential illness, what an interesting juxtaposition, because the Three of Wands is a very expansive, like energy moving outward kind of vibe. And then we have this homebody card next to bliss. Here's what I want to tell you. There is a fine line between loving your solitude, enjoying the comfort that you have built for yourself within your own home. I feel like that's something we've all gotten really good at since 2020, is figuring out how to make our homes our special happy place, like our temple, because we had to stay home. We had to make it comfortable. We had to make it, we had to adapt, right? When we couldn't go outside. Now there's a fine line between enjoying that solitude and isolating. The world still needs you. And there are places and people that you are still meant to meet. So, I think this is just a little bit of a call for mindfulness, that you don't get addicted to the solitude. It's fine. I don't want to tell you how to live your life. It's fine. But there are places that you're meant to go. There are conversations that you're meant to have. So comfy as that bed might be to rot in, make sure that you're getting out from time to time, Pisces. Okay. That's all I got for you, water signs. I hope you have a wonderful month. Check out the Patreon if you want to do, if you like this content, you want more of it. I do more personalized readings on the Patreon. I do a lot more in-depth channeling. I get a lot more candid on there than I do just on this little YouTube channel. So go check that out. One-on-one bookings. You can also find the link in my profile to link with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your month.